Hey, so update video for today with some gameplay in the background. I'm just going to tell you why I haven't been uploading. I'll also be going over Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. First off, school has been a huge pain. I'm a stats major, and I have to take calculus and computer science and other classes all at once, and it doesn't leave much room for free time. However, when I do get free time, I tend to actually relax and just chill. Making videos takes time and effort, and I just didn't have the motivation for that. I'll usually just be playing Overwatch or Minecraft, now at least, or just like other games, or I'll just be chilling around watching YouTube videos, or just sitting around watching TV, just trying to relax, because it's so much work. I have hours and hours and hours of math. I have finals coming up actually next week, and I mean, once after that I'll try and upload more consistently, but part of me doesn't even know what to upload because of Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers. I'll get into that later. Second reason, Windows Live Movie Maker has been discontinued, and it was the video editing software I was most familiar with. For every Shinobi Striker video on this channel, I've used VSDC Editor. VSDC is a free-to-use editor that's not bad, but it's not my style. It was way too confusing, and it was very frustrating to use. Thankfully, I've switched over to Lightworks, which is so far going quite well. It's nowhere near as easy as Windows Live Movie Maker, but its potential is so much greater, so I'll be working on becoming more proficient with it. The third reason is my lack of a screen recorder or capture card. Okay, I'm so busy with school that I don't have time for a job yet, so I don't have a job yet. Maybe I'll get one this summer, who knows. Either way, I don't have the funds for an Elgato or anything, so in order to produce content, I have to either use slideshows like I did for Shinobi Striker, or to record game clips from my Xbox, upload them to OneDrive, and then put them in an editor and piece a video together. It's a very complicated process. I can't do live commentary as of yet. I don't know if I can do that. I can only take 5-minute clips at a time. And then it's really difficult to do. And the possibilities of what I can do are very limited. So far, I've been able to do a little bit, like this video you see right here. I just did like a couple matches of Shinobi Striker and recorded 5-minute segments of them each, because they're all under 5 minutes, so that all worked out perfectly. But I don't know. It's just really hard to push for content. The fourth and final major reason is my issue with Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. Okay, this is the big issue. This is the issue. Okay, so I was so hyped for that video game. I love Naruto, I love anime, I love martial arts, I love character creation. Shinobi Striker led me to believe that I was getting something that I wasn't. Okay, I got good at that game. I got really good at that game. Probably in the top 15% of players good or higher. Okay? Definitely not now. Okay? I've definitely fallen from that status because I took the longest break. Literally the last video that I posted on Shinobi Striker was the last time I actually played it, except for today, which was months ago. So many months ago, and the game has probably changed quite a bit now. Actually, I'm not even sure. Judging from what I've seen, it hasn't changed that much, which is unfortunate but expected. Anyway, I also had a broken controller too, so I mean, you know, my skill looking a little better than Anyway, a lot of my skill was really just picking loadouts I worked well with and equipping the right gear, considering the statistics that I uncovered in my previous videos. Right. Even so, I really wanted to love and enjoy that game, but there were just so many problems with it. It was messy, it was confusing, there was a season pass, you needed to buy DLC for more content, the sheer lack of base game content was a problem, it started to feel pay to win. I had such high hopes for character customization, which is a huge deal to me because I love that kind of stuff in every game that I play. Skyrim, Saints Row, whatever, even Minecraft or something, or even if you consider things like Overwatch where you get to choose your character. I feel like a lot of people, including myself, are drawn to certain characters just based on how they look. Not necessarily how they play, but just how they look. Okay? And with Shinobi Striker, I was let down. The game completely failed to deliver. There were unoriginal outfits, unoriginal hairstyles, new colors only came out once the game was practically dead. Abilities and stats were stuck onto certain styles, and I couldn't wear what I wanted to. I had to compromise with everything. Everything. The unlockables were unsatisfying. The equipment in the game was too meta. Remember claws? Everyone was using the exact same thing, and it really just felt like we were all playing the exact same character. Except mine was slightly more aesthetically pleasing than yours, because you probably equipped some disgusting looking outfit for stats that were probably bad. Speaking of stats, the abilities on the items never told you by how much they helped you. No percents, no numbers, no nothing. So they were often misleading, useless, or completely broken. Remember my video on the ninjutsu cooldown time? Like a statistic for your pants or whatever? And you remember how garbage that skill is? It was so horrible, but everyone's running around with it because they think it actually does something, because it's a good idea and concept. But it's horrible. It's completely useless. Because the percent it reduces is so tiny that it doesn't even add up to a second sometimes. Okay, and if you do get a second or two or even 3, you have to be pressing that, you have to be spamming your button in order to actually get it off. Okay, the combat felt like whoever could gang up on one poor soul was like the best. Like whoever did that, they were the automatic winners. Okay, there's very little 1v1. There's very little 2v2. Very like it felt like, oh man, we're all just gonna gang up on the healer. Oh man, we're all gonna gang up on this range type. And guess what? A balanced team composition was an optional thing to do. Optional. 4 attack types did pretty well most of the time, and I mean, 4 defense types that worked as well, especially with the amount of self-healing in the game. I don't generally have a problem with self-healing, but when you have all like 4 attack types or 4 defense types and they're all just healing themselves, they don't even need a healer half the time, and they do so much damage, and it's ridiculous. The game didn't feel satisfying. It felt lackluster. It felt like it was always a beta test. The competitive system didn't feel that much different from quick play. The story mode was redundant, boring, and lacking in content. There were barely any Boruto characters in the game. Most of them were from the Naruto era. There were so many things that could have easily been done, but never were. So many ideas that our entire community had, and we were all thinking, how could you possibly not do this? And after a while, we started to think, how could you possibly choose to not do this? Me personally, I have never been so greatly disappointed by a game in my entire life. And me being honest, it killed the mood for making videos. Okay, this channel was founded on Shinobi Striker. That's what this channel was about. I thought it was gonna be like the game that I loved, and the game let me down. That's the biggest reason why there's not much content anymore coming from me with regards to that game. It's not fun anymore. Okay, I sincerely hope that we get an amazing Naruto game in the future that takes what Shinobi Striker was supposed to be and actually delivers on what the fans want. I want to create and customize my character, their outfit, their playstyle, their loadout, everything. And not have to be bound to a this is the absolute best thing kind of build. I want versatility and differentiation. Diversity within the potential and capabilities of what is effectively possible. Will there be a best build? Probably. But I want a system that appreciates the master of the martial art, rather than comparing which martial art is better. I want a system where the absolute worst ability could be considered god tier in the hands of the right player. Until then, we're all just going to have to wait. Okay? And that's my rant. Anyway, so that will be all for this video. I hope you found the gameplay entertaining enough. Yeah, that's all I really have to say. But before I go, if there's anything that you think would be beneficial for this channel, if there's anything you would like to suggest for me to do, for me to record, if you want to see more Shinobi Striker gameplay, just stuff like this, please let me know in the comments. Give me suggestions. What do you want to see? Overwatch, Skyrim, this, whatever. Just tell me, and I'll see what I can do about it. But that is all. I'll catch you later. See ya.